What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video is going to be all of the coolest Japanese cars that sold at the auctions in October 2020. So going straight into these cars are not in any particular order. It's just what I thought were my personal bests for the month of October 2020. Looking at a Mitsubishi Evo 3, it sold for $7,600 US, 1995, super high mileage. Now, I don't pick the best of the best cars all the time. I do, and I've got some gems here, but I also look at the bottom end, those that people can generally afford, most people can afford. 325,000 kilometers on a 4G63. That's pretty damn good going. I don't know if it's been opened. There's not a lot of information here, so we don't know if the engine has been touched. There are, however, a whole lot of pics, and the car seems good. It's an E exterior, which means there's a lot of issues, and it's a D interior. But we're not so good as in a project car for the price and everything else. I mean, the bumper's got a whole lot of rash on it. It's definitely one of these cars that you'd want to pick up and just screw around with. It wouldn't be a full restoration. Look at the carpet. Steering wheel's a bit screwed. This gauge is horrific. That's like an 80mm gauge. I think it's the HKS gauge too. Anyway, seat bolsters stuffed. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I have a lot of cars coming up, and well, here's all the issues. Wow, a lot of stuff gone wrong. Lots of big dents, lots of scratches. Let's move on from this one, but it is one of my picks on the low end for project car. Evo 3, cool car. And they're in no order whatsoever, so I don't bore you guys with a bunch of Evos. Here's a Mitsubishi GTO, 1999 model, so it's like last generation. Sold for almost $12,000 US. Got semi-medium to high mileage, 130,000 kilometers, and it's been rebuilt. Well, the body's been rebuilt. Okay, here we go. So the XX, those are rebuilt panels. Either resprayed or replaced panels. I doubt the roof has been replaced, so resprayed panels. It looks to be in stock form. I mean, if you look at the wheels look stock, the exhausts look stock. This is a manual, and it's got an R grading, like I mentioned, CD, so C exterior, which means it's just average. D interior, meaning not grand. It's still a cool car. It's a stock example, unfortunately, not the pop-up version, but I kind of like it either way. Then we have the king of pop-ups, questionably the king of pop-ups. Sold for $42,429 US. It is the only Honda NSX that sold month of October. The only one. Usually I'll see about 7 to 10. This is the only one. It's fully automatic, which sucks. A lot of them are. It's really hard to come by a manual at the auctions these days. I haven't seen one in months. But it is what it is. It got a high rating. It got a 4. 5 being a brand new car, so 4 is damn good. You look past the order. Just look past the order. Leather interior, as most are. It looks clean. Bit of wear on that. Dude's been sitting there, idling, relaxing while he's driving his little auto NSX, greasing up that gear stick, lever, whatever you want to call it. Regardless, cool car still. $15,400 US for a STI version 5, a 1999 model, 250,000 kilometers, high miler, ED grading, rebuilt. Something's been rebuilt. It looks like the bonnet's been rebuilt or resprayed. It's a 2-door, which, I mean, people are snapping these up because they're the cooler 2-doors, and the GC8's the only variant that we had in Subarus that were Imprezas that were 2-door. And this is a stock example. It's got the stock wheels, it's got stock fogs in the front, it's got a modified exhaust, so not that stock. I probably should have looked at the pic in the rear before I said anything, but this is mostly stock. with a Momo wheel and with a bunch of cages and probably a turbo timer. This is like an Apexy turbo timer. So it's not that stock. It's got the water intercooler spray, it's got DCCD. Oh man, I want one. Oh, yeah, that is an Apexy turbo timer. And then tuned by STI sticker on the coin holder ashtray thing. DeFi gauges, DeFi gauges, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, for 15 grand, they're all going for close to this price. This is like medium of the range. It was one that was a lot more expensive, but 15,000 US dollars, 250,000 rand, I mean, kilometers. A lot of money, yeah. This is a V-Spec 2. There's only 2 picks. It's been repaired somewhere to the rear of the car, the boot, trunk, and the spoiler, repaired or replaced. C, so it's just average. Good looking car, V-Spec 2. It's got 140,000 kilometers. It's got an exhaust on it. And it's sold for almost 100,000 US dollars. That is 1.6 million rand plus minus. And that is before 25% duties. That is before 15% VAT. That is before shipping, export charges, shaken fee on their side, the radiation check, when it gets here, weighbridge, CR, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm going to make a video on this because I've been getting bombarded by all the new people joining the channel. Please make a video on how to import a car. I'm working on it. I will get out something soon. These are a lot easier for me to make. Just sit down and talk. The other ones are mostly scripted and they have to be 100% on point. So I am working on something. Give me some time. Busy life at the moment with the kids and whatnot. Trying my best. 34. Beautiful. MR2 GTS. This is the turbocharged variant. I just want to show you guys this, how cheap they are, and the price for an average one goes for about 4,500 US dollars for a turbocharged model. One like mine, which is a GT Limited or just a G. Sad. They go for like 500 US dollars for a really bust one to about 1,500 US dollars. Yeah. But here in South Africa, because we can't get them, they're not collector's items. They're not on the collector's item list. You have to bring one in as a returning resident, so go work overseas for 12 months, bring whatever car back as long as it's right and drove. There's that, and that's what makes the car so much more expensive here. So if I sell mine, I'll probably get like 75, maybe up to 85k max. But you can buy them there for 500 US dollars. Anyway, 3,000 US dollars. This is the turbocharged variant. This is the one with the 3S GTE engine in it. E exterior, you can see why. It's a 3 grading, so it's average. D interior. The exterior, there's a lot of paint fade on the bonnet. Clear coat, rather. It's got the MR2 stickers on the side. Tane sticker. I don't know why. It doesn't look like there's any drop whatsoever. These are the stock wheels. I don't think he's got any coilovers or springs, whatnot. He's got stock exhaust system, and that's the bonnet that comes with the turbocharged variant, so you know that is the real deal. That is the turbocharged variant. There's a few small issues, small dents and things and paint defects and whatnot, but for the price, I mean, yeah, you're winning. Mitsubishi Evo 5 sold for 9,500 US dollars. It's a 1998 model, 200,000 kilometers on it. It's a 3, so again average DC. Let's take a look at the exterior here. I mean, just look at the pictures. It doesn't look all that bad. You can see some clear coat damage on the roof. Exhaust has got one of those funny little silencer things. Really silly. Momo wheel. Probably a boost controller. I think that is a boost controller. I think that's a pivot or an ultra boost controller. And then that is a turbo timer, I think. Memo wheel, and then it's got a screen there. Don't know what the screen's for. Sat nav maybe? I don't know, average 10k. It gets you a decent amount of car still. This is a stock spec, so this isn't a V spec, this is just an R34 GTR. Sold for $86,000 Again, a lot of money. Like 1.35, 1.4 million rand. My math serves me right. The grading is better than the other one, however, it is a 4CB, so the interior is spotless almost, being a B. A is brand new, so B is damn good. I mean, you can see straight away off that picture. Very, very, very nice. That's a lot of money. You know, back in the day when I bought my 32, which was 2013, I was hunting. I had the option to get one of these for like 350 for, not a bust one, but like one that's a little bit worse than this. 350,000 rand. What is that in dollars? That's like probably $20,000, less than that. Yeah. And then I decided on a 32 because I thought I would be able to get everything. I didn't have kids at the time, and you know, life is expensive. Now I'm feeding 4. Ooh, yes. This thing is so sick. $18,000 US, 1992. It's an early one. It's got 1,000 kilometers apparently, or allegedly 1,000 kilometers in it. It's a manual, and it's got a 0 grading. Don't know why, and it's BC, so the exterior is just like mint, and then interior. The interior is graded as C, but it's not always graded on if it's bad. It's also graded on the mods and that sort of stuff. So it's this does not look like a C. This is like borderline A. Defi gauges, Defi controller. Guessing that's a boost controller. I don't recognize the 4 buttons. Another Defi gauge. I wonder what gauge that is. That's probably boost, and then it's all the usuals, water temp and all that, oil temp. Nice seats. This thing is so sick. I don't know, I think that's a Mazda speed bumper, someone correct me. It's got skirts, it's got... Was that a rocket bunny? No, it can't be. Someone tell me. Someone will know. 18k. It says bad mileage. Okay, so it's not 1,000. I don't know what the mileage is. They probably changed the cluster. Nope, I don't know. Moving on. Ah, sexy. V-Spec 2 R32 GTR. This is the last of the last GTRs. It sold for $48,000 US. That's exactly half the price of that expensive 34. It's a 4 grading CD, so interior is not great, but we don't have interior pictures. It's likely stock. Okay, it's got T37s on it. Okay, that's... See, I should just look at pictures before I talk. It's definitely got a drop. This is definitely sitting on coilovers. Don't know what coilovers. And it's got 2... No. You absolutely killed the look. On a V-Spec 2. Bruh. Anyway, the starting price was $30,000 US, and it shot up to 48, and it sold for 48. And I wonder where this car is going. Probably the States. It's got HKS goodies on it, T37s. So hot. 74,000, so it's low miler. What is mine? Mine's got 87,000 kilometers on my car. Yeah. This one sold for 8,400. I just wanted to show you this because the prices have gone up decently, especially that this one is potentially non-running. So this means that there's no inspection done to the car and it doesn't tell you anything else. You buy it basically sight unseen, unknown history. It tells you the mileage and that's it. It doesn't tell you shit. So You take a real gamble. It's sitting in a lot outside the auction house, so it doesn't go into the auction house, and you don't know. You could be buying something with no engine. Scary. Anyway, I wanted to show you how bad it is with the pricing, on how the pricing went up for a car that you don't know anything about. So mine is a 1997 Type RS, exactly like this, exactly the same spec, had the same wheels. Okay, I moved these wheels across to the black car. I never had that wing though, and I've got everything identical. Mine was even stock, same as this. I had stock exhaust in the works. Looks like there's an issue with the door on that side. And $8,400 for something you don't even know if it works or not. And you already know that there's something wrong. One, the door's not closing. That's the same wheel I had in my car, pulled it out. Someone's put in an LED here, for what reason, who knows. I'm gonna give it a solid guess, and I'm gonna say this LED, there's a long cable running to the ECU, and it's got the diagnostic mode thing, maybe. There's that, and then it's missing the radio. And then there's some smelly stuff there. And then that, I don't know what it is. But that's a lot of money for something that you don't know if it works or even has an engine. Pulsar GTIR, this is the four-wheel drive version. It is a 1993. It sold for $9,500 US, 3.5 grading, just above average, D for both interior and exterior, and you can see why. Mean-looking little bugger. I mean, okay, it's a baby GTR. I'd be hell of an flippin', what is the word for this? I mean, I'd be a hell of a nervous to like have this thing pop up in my rearview mirror. Momo race wheel, gauge, stripped out carpets, roll cage, missing air vent, crappy carpet. Don't know what seat's in the front there, that red one, but it's pretty much wrecked. In terms of, like, it's race car. This is race car. Strut brace in the back. Completely stripped out. At least the roll cage is not welded in. They've made it with, yeah, I mean, they probably drilled and did all that shit. Anyway, moving on from the Pulsar to a very rare, or at least for me, I've never seen one in real life, Mazda AZ1. $12,000 US for this little thing. It's such a cool little car. 660 cc's turbocharged, and this one's been repaired or rebuilt somewhere. Bonnet, front end, fenders, bonnet, other fender, BD, so B exterior, really good exterior. So that means it's been resprayed, repaired, etc. D interior, so it's probably neat-ish, but it's got all this crap in it. I mean, that's a disgusting Momo wheel. That looks like a tachometer, and then those are gritty white face. Ha, gritty white face. Oh, have a look at this. This is, you know, usually you have over here, you got the sliders for air conditioning and all that. It's over here. Cool. There's the engine bay, so it's got some silicone pipework, and I don't know if the intercooler's been modified. I'm not too familiar with the engine bay. It does have a Blitz blow-off valve in it. Then we've got this chaser, white chaser. Adam C would go bonkers for this thing. It's a Tourer V TRD Sports. It's got the TRD bumpers and all that sort of stuff. $20,000 US, a lot of money for this, especially that it's got 200,000 kilometers on it. 1998 model, above average. Everything's just average, above average. Good looking car. I mean, it's kind of like giving me Skyline vibes. Like, just block off the rear door. Skyline vibes, come on. Especially with those side mirrors there. So it's on coilovers. The doors don't look like they're closing properly. The rear bumper is off color, and it's got a modified exhaust. It is sick. I love this thing. I would totally get this. Fix it up and probably daily this thing. JZX 100, so cool. And the last of the last, this was the cheapest R32 GTR that sold in October 2020. There was one that went under negotiation, but it didn't sell, and it stopped at $17,000 US. Didn't sell, it didn't hit the reserve, so we don't know. This one did sell, confirmed sale, $19,500 US. Gets you a 1989 model with 170,000 kilometers. It's a rebuild, repaired. It's a fender here, probably resprayed, and then RDC. Yeah, it's a looker. It's got stock wheels. It's got the V-SPEC bumper or the Nerve bumper, same as mine, whatever you want to call it. And then that is not the stock exhaust, and it's sitting on stock suspension. I'll tell you that much. Stock seats, does look like it has a modified wheel, but yeah, you can just see how much the prices have gone up by. It's unbelievable. I should actually probably do a comparison. I've got pricing of archive stuff from like 2015, 2016 maybe, up until now, and I've archived things, and maybe I should just do a video one day where I compare prices of JDM cars then and now. But yeah, for the most part, this is the cheapest R32 GTR that sold at the auctions in October 2020. Add all your fees and you get the landed price in South Africa, and it's pretty expensive for what it is. That being said, that is the final car for the night. Thank you so much for watching, really appreciate it. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon, and I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.